השם שפתי תפתח ופי תהילתך. I want to dedicate the shiur to the Ilui Neshama of Abir ben Esther Deri, Daniel ben Yitzchak, Lea bat Mazal Tov Kalati, Mazal bat Esther Dvash, Rabbi Yacov ben Eliyahu Laskar, ורבי מורי סלם בן אברהם, רוח השם תנחנה בגן עדן. In this week's Parashat, there is a pasuk. There's a line says in the Torah, Adam ki yakriv mikem korban laHashem, a man who will sacrifice a sacrifice to Hashem. Why is it says a person and then that he will sacrifice from all of you, and at the end of this pasuk it says takrivu et korbanchem, and you should sacrifice all your sacrifices. So it speaks about one person and then it speaks about all of us, about a lot of people. Why? In order to explain it, I have to tell you a story. What does it mean when a person is sacrificed? Why a person called a person Adam? Many years ago, there was a husband and wife that used to take a place for rent from a minister in town, and they made a nice business for themselves. But unfortunately, one time the husband couldn't pay the rent to the minister. The minister was a very cruel person, and he decided to revenge the Jewish person. And he took him and he put him to jail for not paying the rent. First time and the only time. And he threw him to jail along with his wife. His wife was pregnant with their only baby boy, son. After throwing them to jail, the father did not survive jail. The mother gave birth to the baby. The father died and the mother died immediately after birth. The minister, who did not have kids, he felt a bit sorry for the punishment he gave them. So he decided to grow up the baby. He gave the bodies of the father and the mother for bury them to the Jewish community, and he didn't tell them about the pregnancy. Jewish people after death, they don't check the bodies. They just clean it and wash it and do tahara and finish. They did not notice that the mother gave birth. So this boy grew up as a Christian, Rahmana litzlan, and he became a very nice boy, very nice child. Until one day his father came to him in his dream and told him, "My dear son, you are a Jewish person. You cannot stay in this house. You must run away and go to the Maharal Miprag." And after a couple of times that he heard that, repeating itself, the same dream, he decided to run away to the Maharal Miprag. The Maharal Miprag grew him up and gave him food and place to stay and taught him the whole Torah and asked him not to tell anyone his history, because the minister for many years looked for him all around the world. and he became a big tzaddik. He knew the whole Torah. He was learning by himself. The Maharal in Prague even forbidden on him to have a chavruta. Not even to learn with someone, only learn by yourself on your chavruta. And he learned with him, and he taught him the whole Torah. And after the Maharal in Prague died, he wrote a letter to say the only one that will be instead of me in Prague, the main rabbi, will be Rabbi Ephraim Kasher. Kasher because his wife was selling some sort of rice and they called it Kasher, so they called him Rabbi Ephraim Kasher. They thought that his son of the Maharal from Prague will take place. No. When he came to town, Rabbi Ephraim Kasher, they saw that he is a great, great, big Talmid Chacham. He gave a drasha, he gave a speech in Shabbat lunch, and everyone was shocked. It was an earthquake in Prague. Everyone spoke about it. They said, wow, what a big rabbi we got. Now we understand why the rabbi wanted to have this simple, modest tzaddik from Lebov. This person, we know him in our days on the name of Kli Yakar. The Kli Yakar! He wrote a book called Olelot Ephraim. His name is Rabbi Shlomo Ephraim, Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha. And he said on this week's Parashat, what does it mean to be a human, Adam? Is when you sacrifice from yourself to others. From yourself, because it says, Adam ki akriv mikem korban, a person that will bring a sacrifice from yourself. What does it mean from yourself? You can bring a korban where it's not from yourself, because you saw others. Same what happens with Cain and Hevel. Hevel brought a korban because he saw his brother bringing a korban, even though his korban was a better korban than Cain. But what happened? He brought it because his brother brought it, not because he really wanted to bring it. Human beings need to be a person that is also thinking about others, thinking about being united. He brings from himself to others. Not because others bring, I also bring. In Hebrew, there is 4 types of men, of people. Adam, Gever, Enosh, Ve'ish. And in Hebrew, you can say plural, all of them, but not Adam. Because Adam, there is only one. That's why Jewish people called Adam and not non-Jewish. Why? Because we are united. Because when something hurt us, something hurt any Jewish, someone hurt a Jewish person anywhere in the world, we feel it inside here. You are in Australia and someone hurt someone in Israel, you immediately feeling it here because you are a human being. That's what we call human. And that's why we need to be united. It's the second week we speak about unity. We need to be united. And when you sacrifice from yourself because you care about others. Because giving is not just giving because others are giving. Giving because you want to give from your heart, you want to help others. Adam ki yakriv mikem, from yourself, korban. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.